Hello and welcome. My channel just turned 2 years old, and to celebrate this milestone, I'm bringing you this amazing recipe for an appetizer or snack. Please stay with me until the end. I'd also like to thank my 14K subscribers and to encourage you to subscribe today if you haven't yet. Now let's get with the recipe. We'll start by preparing our puff pastry. The key thing here, of course, is selecting the right type of pastry. You want to go for a pastry that rises nicely, is flaky, and will not disappoint you. So open up your pastry, and then you want to use flour in this recipe because your pastry is going to soften up, and if you don't use enough flour, it might be difficult to fold it later. So sprinkle flour on both sides of the pastry dough, and then you're going to use your rolling pin to just roll it out a little bit. Do not press it, do not make it thinner, just spread it out so it's nicely laid out, and you're ready to start topping this. So the first topping is going to be cream cheese. I'm using the original non-flavored cream cheese, and then I'm going to add some fresh garlic onto this. So mince your garlic very finely, and when you're done, you're going to add this onto the cream cheese. I don't really use any other seasonings apart from garlic, so just mix the cream cheese with the garlic really nice, and this is going to give you your finished product a nice garlicky aroma that you will really love. So once they are nicely combined, these two ingredients, you're going to go ahead and spread this cream cheese onto your pastry dough. Do this carefully so that you don't break the pastry dough or stretch it further. Leave a little bit of space on one end so that when you fold it later, it works well. Now you're going to need feta cheese. I'll have all the measurements in the description box. The feta cheese need to be crumbled up really well so that they don't have large chunks, and then go ahead and spread them all over the surface. The richer you make this, the larger your roll will be. You're going to need mozzarella cheese. Again, go ahead and grate your cheese and then sprinkle them all over the pastry dough. As I was saying, if you do a very thin layer of toppings, your roll will be tiny. But if you do a rich layer of toppings, then your roll will be bigger. So you get to decide there. Next, we are going to need some spinach. This is frozen spinach. I've squeezed all the water out, and then I put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes just to get it to spread easily. So go ahead and spread your spinach on the, on the pastry dough, and then you're going to add some fresh herbs. I'm using parsley here. Go ahead and chop up your parsley finely, and then you're going to sprinkle it on top of the spinach. Now, some people would omit one or the other. You just need some green there, but I wanted to combine both, get more stuff in there. So sprinkle your parsley nicely. And then the only seasoning I'm going to use here is black pepper. Crack in some black pepper just to add that taste. But if you want to sprinkle any other seasoning that you really like, you could do that. Just be careful not to over season. I think this dish is just good with the cheesy tastes. Now, when it comes to rolling your pastry dough, you wanna make sure you tighten it. You keep it tight. So as you can see, I'm starting very small, and then as I keep rolling, I make sure that it is really tight. Guys, if you do not roll this thing tight, it's gonna loosen up when you're baking it, and it's gonna go out of shape. It will look like a shapeless croissant or something. So you wanna tighten it really well, and when you bake it, it's going to hold shape. So you can see that I left a small space there without the toppings, and that's what's going to help it to hold together. So once you're done rolling it up like so, it's time to cut. Go ahead and make demarcations so that you cut equal pieces. You want your pieces to not be too thin or they'll fall out of shape, but you also want them to not be too large or they won't probably bake nicely. So just go ahead and cut about 2-inch kind of width. And this made me 10 pieces of the rolls, but you could also just cut 9. And now that you've cut them all nicely, just check and make sure everything is in shape. A little bit of the filling will fall out, that's fine. Go ahead and lay out your rolls on a lined baking sheet. And now you're ready to apply some egg wash for browning. So they already look really good, but you want to apply egg wash, which is just 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of milk or water, and just beat that nicely and then brush it onto the pastry. You want to cover all sides nicely because otherwise they will stay white even after baking. So once you've applied your egg wash all over the pastry rolls, we have one more small step and then we'll get to baking this. Yeah, you're going to need more mozzarella cheese. This time, grate them on the smaller side, like so. And then you're going to sprinkle a little bit of this onto each piece. And this is not only going to add beautiful browning to your rolls, but it will also just make them look richer. I don't know how else to put it, but don't miss the cheese. And you want to use mozzarella as opposed to many other types of cheeses. Um, they're going to melt up there and just make it really brown nicely, and you will love it. So top each piece nicely. Make sure your tray doesn't get too dirty because those pieces of cheese will burn. If they fall, just pick them off and you're all set. Once you're done topping them like so, you're going to bake your pastry at 350 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, but keep checking, maybe twist them around once. And once they've browned to this kind of level, they are good to go. Take them out of the oven and let them cool. And you're ready to dig in. They smell amazing, guys. As you can see, the cheeses did brown really nicely. There was a bit of a spread there, but it doesn't hurt. I think it's okay. So go ahead and serve this as an appetizer or a snack for any time of day. And they're really good. For the dipping sauce, I did use the spicy mayo just from the store. It's really good with this. It's such a beautiful combination. So, use some spicy mayo or any other dipping sauce of your liking and go ahead and dig in. Let me just show you the finished product here. It's nicely browned on all sides, and you can see that the mozzarella cheese melted a little bit on the inside and combined with the feta. Everything just looks so good, and the green from the spinach and parsley is also adding a nice touch. Otherwise it would be too white. And when you dip this into the mayo, oh my goodness, it's the best taste ever. So I really hope, guys, that you love this recipe. Please do consider subscribing and leave a like, leave a comment on this video. It helps a lot. And I hope to see you in another of my recipes. I'll be posting a lot of recipes this summer. So please stay around and I'll be posting more. Thank you so much and bye-bye.